It's Nolan.
Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
I need my credit when I'm popping shit. Shift the game like I'm driving stick. Money piling my wallet thick. Numbers looking like scholarships. I'm out there bit. Hurricane season. Send me overseas, get the bag, and I'm leaving. I'm back with the reason. I'm a rapper supreme. Like burritos on a rap for the vegans. Back to attack, make achievements. Nigga fuck a flag for religious. I put on a mask and I'm thieving. All black with a skull cap and Adidas. Insufficient funds. Fit that 150. Nigga get it done. Feeling big as pun. Industry critics don't like me. What you gonna do? Should night me? Swimming upstream so Pisces. Got the Gucci on me so icy. All the floozies. When it comes stand by me, 7-Eleven is getting too dicey. I be killing y'all nigga with the flow. Notorious big, I be kicking in doors. Leviticus niggas get spiritual, call me the bishop. I'm watching y'all decompose. I don't really need no ops, I don't need no props. I'ma sink my shot like swish. I'm a Gambino, looking for a freak hoe, pink flamingo box. Everybody wanna know the recipe. I got my flow in the Chesapeake. I'm a SOB from the A, but my style on Texas P. Yes indeed.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. All right. Hope everybody is doing well this evening. In this particular video, we're going to be addressing this alleged fallout between Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla over a Tory Lanez song being posted in Glorilla's Instagram story. She ended up posting, she reposted a little quote from one of those, pages on Instagram that be having the little motivational quotes or the self-esteem quotes people put up to make themselves feel greater about themselves and things of that nature. I was a great friend. You never knew how to treat me. All that different type of shit, right? So she posted one of those. But the original post had a Tory Lanez song on it. She reposted it to her story. That Tory Lanez song was then added to the story. Y'all know how Instagram works, I would hope, because that's how it works. All right. Now, shortly thereafter, as the story goes, I guess Megan Thee Stallion caught wind of it. Not sure if she saw it herself, if somebody in her camp saw it, friend, family, I don't know. But people are saying that once Megan caught wind of it, she immediately unfollowed Glorilla. Shortly thereafter, she took down or archived the birthday post that she put up of Glow. Started getting around. Glorilla comes out on the internet, tries to clarify that it was some sort of mistake. She didn't mean nothing by it. But behind the scenes, I believe Glorilla also unfollowed Megan back and also took down or archived her own birthday post for Megan. As the story goes, I believe they followed each other back once again shortly thereafter. But people are under the impression that things are a bit rocky between these two ladies. Okay? Now, as y'all know, on this channel over here, J Nolan, Inside the Industry with J Nolan, I've been a supporter of both of these women, all right? Big supporter of Megan. I've also been a supporter of Glorilla, all right? In this video, we're not talking about who raps better. We're not talking about who's had more success in the music industry. All of that stuff being put aside, we're only going to talk about the subject at hand and how this thing has been handled with this Tory Lanez song being placed in Glorilla's post or story rather. All right. So let's start from the top. And of course, I don't have all of the information. Sometimes this stuff gets beyond me. I only know so much. I'm not a detective. But we'll see what we have here. So this here is the post, or the story rather, that went up. It says, I'm forever grateful for the heart I have, the way I love, the way I treat people, my pure intent. It's all a blessing. All right. So this is what Glorilla shared on her story from someone else's page. It's not an original post. It's a repost. Okay. And it has, what is this song? I don't know what the name of that song is. I can't really see it. But it's Tory Lanez Some Shit. Okay. So from there, people started looking at Megan's followers. This person here searched Glorilla. No one came up. Okay. She was gone. Then we get Glorilla coming out on Twitter. She says, I don't internet shit and I don't do mess. I guess she meant I don't do internet shit and I don't do mess. It was an innocent repost, y'all. BSN, which I'm guessing she said is an innocent repost. Y'all bullshitting, BSing. And I gotta be honest, man. This was a pretty weak statement. Okay? This is just from my opinion. If I have a friend, especially a woman, right? Feelings run deep. Everybody has feelings. But as a woman, feelings, emotions, all of those things, we know women are the more emotional creatures as it pertains to those that they love, rock with, have friendships with. You know, as men deal with emotions in a different way. Some process it in extremely toxic, negative ways, become abusers, things of that nature. But for the most part, guys, we process things differently, right? But as these two women, you know this woman got shot in the foot by this person. Or at least you've accepted it to be so, because a lot of people in the industry have, if they believed otherwise, they've distanced themselves from Megan. They've openly supported Tory. They've signed the petitions. They've put posts out there saying free him, putting umbrellas all over the motherfucking internet. We haven't seen that from Glorilla. So Megan has a whole documentary about how she's been affected by this situation, how she doesn't like the way she's been perceived from the situation, how the public has received her, all these different things. And she knows this, right? She went on a whole tour with Megan. Not to say that they were talking about that specific situation on that tour, but you know who you're dealing with. You know how her career has been marked ever since that moment. And you've seen her moves, right? Y'all are supposedly friends, which I'm not going to lie to y'all. I don't read too deeply into the friendship between any artist until proven otherwise, that they go to each other's house for Thanksgiving, or they done spent, weeks at a time at each other's house, or something to solidify that y'all are really like fellowshipping on a deep level. Most industry relationships are high and by. I may have a good vibe with you. You got good energy when we're around each other. We may hang out. We may go to a party here or there. We have a kinship based on our upbringings and stuff like that. But it ain't like they known each other for 10 years, 15 years, even 5 years. So I can't read too deeply into that bond to begin with, which I see a lot of people have been. Let me get out of the corner. But even on a surface level, if I got a friend that went through something like that, we all know who did it. I wouldn't be reposting anything with that person's music on it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely gonna inspire it's gonna be triggering, especially because when you call somebody a friend, they know certain things that can trigger you. But I see some people that are saying it's an honest mistake, and I think it's possible that it was an honest mistake, right? She could have had her phone turned down. She may not have heard the music before she reposted it. She just identified with the post. I think that's very possible. I'm not gonna act like there's no way that she could have posted that without knowing, because again, if your volume's turned down and you're just reading this post and you're like, oh, I like that, I'm putting it in my story, Whatever song is on it is on it. You can't change it. It's gonna say, it's gonna give you an error message like, hey, it's already music on this. You can't change the music. Now, what you can do is screenshot it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want the song that that original person put there, you could screenshot it, post it in your story. You could put whatever song you want on it, right? But again, did she know? I can't say what she did or didn't know. I don't live in Glorilla's mind. But I can understand why, on the outside looking in, from Megan's perspective, okay, with everything going on, especially, right? There's been an ongoing media frenzy for the last couple of weeks, ever since he allegedly got stabbed in prison, of his people trying to get him out. They're trying to call her a liar. You got this whole campaign going on, people signing on petitions saying free him. They're claiming they got new evidence that will absolve him of any crime. The evidence that they claim to have has turned out to be a bunch of bullshit, horse shit that was already tried in the trial, which is what got him convicted in the first place. But they're trying to put a new spin on it. He got these conservative MAGA fucks, advocating for him now, which media manipulation is one of their primary tactics. So I can understand why Megan's sensitivity is heightened at this point, because they're now retrying her in the court of public opinion. There's a media storm going on. Social media's been in a frenzy. And then on top of that, your folks who you've been riding with for the past couple years took her out on tour. Could have taken anybody out on your tour. Remember, this was the Hot Girl Summer Tour. It was her choice. It was her opportunity. She could have went out on that bitch by herself, damn near. She said, no, I'm going to do it with Glow. She could have chosen any woman. She could have chosen a nigga if she so wanted to have co-headline open up. She chose Glow. Right? We've seen them do interviews together. We've seen them talk very candidly together. There was talk of them having a mixtape collab project that they were going to drop this year. I guess that's not coming out. So I can understand, it's like, even if we're not like best friends, we still got a pretty good rapport as far as the industry goes. I think you're a good person. I fuck with you. So what the fuck is this? Right now, of all times? That? Fuck. So I can understand why she just was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Because she's already been on a fuck this shit vibe, right? If you listen to Act 1, you listen to the Megan Project, she says it a couple times on the album about how she feels like she's up against the industry. People don't want to see her excel. Some people ain't supporting her. And she's still holding it down. So the whole thing is like Caesar looking at Brutus. You too, Brute? You too? Damn. I had no idea. You know what I mean? And I've seen some people say, maybe they should have had a conversation. If you saw that and you were confused and you wanted to confront the situation, why not hit Glow on the phone, text her, say, hey, can we talk? Hit the line, try to get some straightening out. You know what I'm saying? Try to come to an understanding of, hey, this was an honest mistake. I wouldn't do nothing like that. I don't want you to think blah, blah, blah. But she went off and just said, you know what? Fuck it. Out of here. Then either side of the spectrum, if you think that a conversation should have happened, I don't disagree with you. If you think she was entitled to go ahead and unfollow her motherfucking ass, I agree with you too. Right? I don't know what Glow's intentions were. But I know I come from a place, and this is me speaking on me, not me speaking on Megan, not me speaking on Glow. Because I like both of them. But I don't give niggas second chances. I got the same friends I've had since 2003, 2004. I've had some new ones that come in here and there, but the base of my circle it's niggas I've been fucking with since 2003, 2004. If you happen to come in after that and you happen to go away at some point, I really don't give no fuck. I don't give a fuck if I was at your house opening Christmas gifts. If shit ain't if I open the motherfucking can and that shit ain't smelling right, I throw it out. Now some people may say, damn, why be disposable of people? I'm not disposing of people. I just know if some shit ain't right, I don't want to be around it. I'm not finna waste my time. I'm not finna create a false bond somewhere that I'm not gelling with. You know, jail bond. Not jail bond, but jail. You know what I mean? And I thank God I haven't had to deal with shit like that because me and my friends, we have a certain level of connection. We ain't never crossed each other in no ways like that. In no ways. Right? We've had misunderstandings. We've had instances of, oh, I didn't see that. Okay, but I understand why you did that. But we ain't never had no, you know, this motherfucker. Well, ain't none of us been shot neither, right? But nothing to that effect. We don't have issues of like commiserating with motherfuckers who done did weird shit to each other. None of that type of shit. Especially because I'm intolerant as a motherfucker anyway. I don't commiserate with too many motherfuckers of period. So I can understand why she was like, alright, dog, I'ma fuck with you. But again, some people feel like they should have had a conversation. I don't know if a conversation was had, which is what got them to, you know, refollow each other. Maybe they're going to try to patch things up, move forward. Maybe we'll see them pop back out at some point. I don't know. But again, I understand the sensitivity. Now, the thing that makes it weird is Glorilla came out and said, I don't do the internet shit. It was an honest mistake. Just a repost. Y'all bullshitting. But then she came back. You know? And I see people going in on her about getting her nose done. I really don't give a fuck about none of that type of shit, right? I'm not here to talk about her nose. She wanted to get her shit chopped and screwed. She went and paid for that motherfucker. It ain't got shit to do with me, right? But then we get these next round of posts and reposts on her Twitter page that make things look a little strange. It makes it look like, okay, is she actually sorry? Is she remorseful? Or is she in a I don't give a fuck mood? Maybe the conversation they had behind the scenes didn't go as smoothly as people think. I don't know. But there's this repost here that says, I don't do childish ass attitudes in friendships. I am not your nigga. I don't know, you know, this is another person's post, but she reposted it within the last day or so of all of this happening. Which kind of speaks to the situation. Perhaps she may look at it like some childish ass shit. I don't see how childish it is to not want people to associate or fuck with the person that shot me. You know, but there's that. And then there's this piece here. Motherfuckers just gonna have to be mad. I don't give a fuck. This was a post that she put up back in April. She decided to re-up it to the top of her timeline. And she says exactly, hee hee. Because people was calling her, people was talking about her nose job. So she jumped and changed her Instagram photo to Michael Jackson. So she's been on MJ mode. So she says, hee hee. Again, some people are thinking that this is referring to the Megan situation, like she just don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, you just gonna have to be mad at me. I don't give a damn. Or it could be just something completely else that we're not privy to. I don't know. So we'll just have to see how this thing plays out, man. It's very unfortunate. There's been people out there that have been trying to draw division between Megan and Glorilla the same way that they've tried to draw division between Megan and Cardi for the last couple years or so. I've never fed into it. I still try my best not to feed into it. Even with this situation, as much as I can understand Megan's sensitivity and maybe her kind of jumping the gun to be like, we ain't got to be cool. Don't worry about it. I'll be good. I totally understand and identify with that mentality. But I do feel like a real heart-to-heart conversation, if this was an honest mistake on Glow's part, it's something that you could possibly get past. But if it never snaps back, I think both of them will be fine. You know? So we'll just have to see how it plays out. I'm talking about it because it's become a much bigger subject than it was a couple days ago. Like, I really kind of wanted to bypass it because I didn't know what was real, what wasn't. And based on the run of events, I mean, they did unfollow each other briefly. They did take those posts down about each other. So something definitely had to have happened, which is the reason why I'm even giving it energy, because they physically took activity on their own about each other. So we just gonna have to see, man. Could be the end of that era, the Glow and Meg collab era, which was a good era. Very entertaining era. And it did numbers for the ladies. So that's unfortunate if it comes to an end. But we'll just have to see how it plays out, man. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider, and I will catch y'all on the next one. And before I go, I just want to say, man, I know it's a lot that Megan's dealing with. She's been dealing with this shit for 5 years, ever since this Tory Lanez thing happened. And I really just hate that it's just been bullshit after bullshit. She's had great things happen in the meantime. She's had excellent moments in her career. She's opening up her own Popeyes in Florida. She's got the new hot girl swim line, all of that stuff. Like, she's got amazing things going on. Money is still flowing. Nothing is really stopping in her day to day. But you do want to be embraced in the industry that you work in, right? You do want to be embraced by your peers and contemporaries. You do want to be not only commercially successful, but you also want to be critically successful, and you also want to have, be able to build bonds within your industry. So it's unfortunate that she's kind of been robbed of that experience, even though she was the one that's the victim. It's just been a strange run of events for her, man. But I'm gonna catch y'all later, all right? Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.